A sound money must go through four stages of evolution. And this is what the shitcoiners don't understand. And quite frankly, this is what most people, even sophisticated, educated people, have not sat down to study money, the history of money. They spend their life working for money. They spend the majority of their time dedicated to trying to earn money, and they have never sat down to study money, to study the history of all the monies that have ever existed. What brought them into existence? Which monies lasted the longest? Which monies have died and the reasons why they died? Why did this money die faster than all the other monies? Why did this money last longer than all the monies? Why does every money die? What's the problem? So most people have not sat down to study the history of money, yet they dedicate their entire lives to getting it. Seems stupid to me, but I've done the study for you. You see, a sound money has certain properties, but it also, with these properties, it has to go through four stages. And this is what I want to quickly touch upon tonight with you. The four stages that a sound money must go through to complete itself. First, it starts off as a collectible. So I want you to imagine gold coming into, someone eventually found gold and thought it was interesting and maybe made a little necklace, and it started to become a collectible. The first stage is a collectible. Monies start off being collectibles. That's how they start their life. Someone says, wow, that's a cute little necklace. What is that? Look at that ring. Or what is that, made out of seashells? Seashells were money. What is that made out of? What is that shiny gold thing? What is that, gold? Gold is money. Oh, wow, look at those beads. Agri beads were money. So they first start, sound money has started off as a collectible. Tobacco used to be money. It used to be smoked, collectible. It used to collect little cigar-like little things and collect. They used to collect the leaves and air them out. Money started out as a collectible. Sound money started out as a collectible. Stage one. As more and more people collect it and see value in collecting it, it starts to go up in price. More people are interested in collecting it. It starts to go up in value. Some people who are not interested in collecting it but see the rising value, they just want it because the value is rising. Enter stage two, store of value. I have no freaking interest in wearing a fat rapper's gold chain, but I am interested in holding on to some gold because it rises in value over time against the US dollar. So we have transitioned from people just being interested in the collector's value of it to, no, I don't care about collecting this shit. It just goes up in price. I'm holding on to it. I want some to hold on to it. That's the store of value phase. And this is where Bitcoin is. Bitcoin started off as a collectible. It was some interesting little piece of technology that computer geeks and cypherpunks were interested in, and it caught some interest amongst the niche libertarian groups. It was cutesy. Oh, Bitcoin is a little cutesy. It's internet money. And then people who had no idea of its ethos, they had no idea of its power, of its limited supply, of its the beauty and elegance of the protocol. They just saw the freaking price going up and saying, I want some. Enter store of value. I'm not interested in collecting it. I just see the price. I see that it can help my future. In the future, I'll be able to sell this higher store of value. And it is this second phase, this store of value phase, that is the most important stage for us because it is the number go up stage of a money's evolutionary process. We are in the store of value, the early store of value phase of a money that is becoming a full-fledged money, a burgeoning money that is becoming a full-fledged money. You can't call Bitcoin a full-fledged money until it goes through all four stages. We're only at stage 2. We're still early, and we're early in the very best stage of a money because the stage where the money goes up in value the most dramatically, the most exponentially, in the most mind-bending way is the store of value stage. And we've just begun the store of value phase. Congratulations, Bitcoiners. Not only is the store of value phase the most impressive in terms of price appreciation, it is far longer in duration than the first phase of being a collectible. So if the collectible stage for the most part took 13, 14, 15 years, the store of value phase will take decade after decade after decade, maybe even a century or two. We're talking about a long time, way past my life, way past your life. We'll be in a store of value phase, a rising price phase, a multiplying your wealth, a multiplying your future phase for the rest of your life and beyond. If you don't believe me, I am just giving you the cliff notes from all the study I've ever done with money and searching out the history of every money that came into existence and died and its life cycle in all the four stages, giving you the cliff notes, but you can do the research yourself. The store of value phase is the longest of a sound money that has sound money properties. That's a different talk. Divisibility, fungibility, transferability, verifiability. Those are characteristics of sound money. But when it's not enough for something to have those characteristics, it must go through the four stages and it can't cheat. It can't skip over one. You can't go from the first stage and skip to the fourth one. It doesn't work that way. This is what the shitcoiners and the altcoiners, this is where they go wrong. And this is why they're all scammers. They're trying to cheat the 4-step process of becoming a true, sound, full-fledged money. So we're at store of value, where price doubles, triples, quadruples for the rest of your life. That is where we are with Bitcoin. What comes after that is the medium of exchange. This is your third stage of a money that is evolving. You see, you can't have a truly robust, sound medium of exchange until almost everybody on earth has some Bitcoin. If you look at all of your family members, how many of them have Bitcoin? None of them. Your neighbors, how many of them? None of them have Bitcoin. Your friends? None of them. Your church members? None of them. Your bowling team? None of them. The dads at your son's You know, Little League Baseball, none of them. Your coworkers, none of them. So how can Bitcoin be a medium of exchange? A money only can become a medium of exchange after almost everyone stores it in some amount. So that a medium of exchange starts to naturally, Bitcoin will start to naturally morph into a medium of exchange when you can walk down a busy street and know that every single person passing me has Bitcoin. That's when it can become a true, robust medium of exchange. Not when you pass everybody on the street and say, look at all these bozos. None of them are even thinking about Bitcoin right now. None of them even knows that the house is on fire and they need Bitcoin. Not a single person passing me. I know some of you have thought like that. I think like that. Look at these oblivious people. They have no idea that they're being stolen from. They have no idea that they're getting poorer by the second. Every single step they take on this street, they're worth less, and they don't even know. Look at them. They're blissfully ignorant. But there will be a day when you pass everyone on the street and know that every single human being you pass today has Bitcoin. That's when it can become a medium of exchange. And until then, use the bullshit dollar. Use the Argentinian peso bullshit. Use whatever bullshit you have to on your bullshit needs, and you save what is exponentially rising in price. You hoard what is multiplying your wealth. You guard what is protecting your future and making sure that you are better by the hour, by the week, by the year, by the decade, and not worse.